United Arab Emirates is a country in the Middle East. It is made up of 7 small emirates such as Abu Dhabi and Dubai. The Emirati culture is based on the Arabian culture. They use Arabic as their national language even though they speak English commonly. So remember to learn some basics of these language before doing business in the UAE. This country brings together people from around the world and it has the world's highest percentage of immigrants. However, Islam is still the only religion that permeates every aspect of the people's life here. It is the official religion of the UAE, and 70% of the total population are Muslims. Hence, entrepreneurs should study about some Islamic basics before doing business here, especially on their legal system which revolves around the Sharia law. They should also be aware about their religious traditional, as it is very offensive to do things that offend their culture restrictions. For instance, snapping photos of individuals drinking alcohol in the public, offering Muslim shellfish or pork dishes are prohibited in the country. So entrepreneurs should bear in mind of these cultural restrictions, or it may result in business breakups or even exposed to legal trouble. Even though the UAE has now developed into a modern global business hub, but the success of doing business there still depends on our sensitivity and respect towards their culture. However, entrepreneurs will still face 2 cultural issues when doing business here. The first will be the multicultural population. According to the World Population Review, 89% of the UAE's population are immigrated residents from around the world. The South Asians makes up 60% of the total population, followed by 17% of Asians and 8.5% of Western expatriates, while the local Emiratis only make up 11% of the total population. In this case, entrepreneurs need to be open and ready for different kinds of business settings. For instance, business etiquette, meetings, negotiations as well as business strategies may differ depending on where the local part is from. Entrepreneurs will also need to spend time to study different national culture backgrounds, as different cultural aspects must be respected and taken into considerations to avoid any misunderstandings. Besides, working under Islamic working hours is also a challenge for entrepreneurs. Unlike other countries, the UAE's working days run from Sunday to Thursday, and their weekend is scheduled on Friday and Saturday as a compromise for Friday's holiness to Muslims. Their working hours are also different from the others. The government offices opens from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Straight shift companies opens between 7 to 9 a.m. for 8 hours, while split shift companies opens between 9 to 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. with a 3 to 4 hours break in the middle. Especially during the month of Ramadan, their working hours are reduced by 2 hours as everyone is expected to participate in the strict fast. It is also noted that some companies might even be closed for the time. Thus, business schedules will need to be as flexible to allow for these, as it is very common to have plans and events to be cancelled directly. So entrepreneurs should consider these factors if they wish to run a business here, as there will be a lot of issues due to the complicated working hours in the UAE. These religious factors may also affect the productivity and business efficiency in this country. Both of these cultural issues affect the stakeholders in the UAE. First of all, the multicultural population of the UAE has caused an international social stratification in the community. This stratification divides the society into 2 groups, which is the nationals and the foreign immigrants. These groups are then subdivided into 3 to 4 classes based on their economic and social rewards. For instance, the immigrants are divided into 3 classes as below, while the locals are divided into 4 classes. However, only the nationals can benefit from state laws, business regulations and other government programs. This may cause biases and inequalities to occur among the community. Besides, the owners and shareholders of the company are also affected by their special working hours. The difference of working hours causes communication between 2 different countries to become difficult. For instance, you will not be able to reach any parties in the UAE on Fridays. So there is only 4 mutual working days left to interact with each other. Moreover, Muslims have to pray every day, and hence they will pause any non-related matters for the time. Especially during the month of Ramadan, it will be more difficult to catch them up. This will be hard for the management team to make urgent decisions when it involves parties in the UAE. Thus, many business events and meetings are required to follow their time, causing the business efficiency to decrease. In conclusion, doing business in another country is not easy. Entrepreneurs should be ready to accept many challenges, which includes of these cultural issues.